Oh, hey there. Sorry if I confused you guys a little bit, but this is not equals 3. As you can see, there's no comic book on the wall or anything like that. This is not equals 3. However, this is the first episode of my brand new series that I'm calling the YouTuber Showcase. And this time we're going to be talking about none other than Ray William Johnson. So Ray was born as Raymond William Johnson, so it is his actual name, August 14th, 1981. So his birthday's coming up here in a couple weeks. Go and drop him a happy birthday on his Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, URL 8675309, whatever you want to drop his happy birthday on. But he was born in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. He was also raised there. Present day, he lives in LA. He did live in New York for a little bit. So let's talk about something that is very little known, and these shows are not on his channel anymore. The first video that's on Ray's channel is called Kick His Ass, and it's an episode of Equals 3. It's not even the first episode of Equals 3. He had a show before Equals 3. It was just kind of like a vlog, kind of just sitting in his chair talking to the camera. It wasn't reviewing viral videos. I've only seen one episode of it, and that was through a lot of hunting online. And it's essentially just him just kind of talking and vlogging, like a traditional vlog is. And it was called Capitol Hill Gangsta. And that's what the show was called. And he soon decided to do Equals 3. And Equals 3 started in 2009. And the reason the first episode is not on his channel anymore, I read, is because he took them all down for a job interview he had. So yeah, when he started Equals 3, he started it out of his college dorm room in New York. And a little bit down the road, he moved to Maker Studios. And Maker Studios is a network that kind of works with YouTubers, gives them a space to work with in their studio, and that's where they get their videos made. They shoot it there. There's a crew there that will produce it and edit it and do props and stuff like that will help him write it. So he was with Maker Studios for a couple years, and then due to unfair terms in a new contract, such as demanding half the rights to his channel and 40% of his AdSense revenue, and tuggish methods of trying to get him to sign the contract, he decided to leave Maker Studios. Once he left Maker Studios, he could do nothing but shoot the show in his apartment. So that's what he did. He did that for a couple episodes. Then his studio, Runaway Planet, was up and running enough to where he could film the show there and fully take advantage of his studio, which he started with his girlfriend of the time, Anna Khan. Runaway Planet, through William Johnson, announced that they would be creating a web series called Riley Rewind. It was a 5-part movie, you could say, that was published on Facebook and YouTube, and it was a big hit. Before this came out, the name of Runaway Planet was changed to Runaway Machine, which I think sounds more professional. Runaway Machine did a couple other projects in addition to Riley Rewind, but one of them was his podcast. So he did a podcast with his girlfriend of the time and co-owner of the studio. But once they broke up, it just stopped, and I assume the crew was just let go at that point from that project, and they just kind of, all the videos are deleted from his channel now. So if you weren't there for the videos, you really don't know anything about the podcast. The podcast was essentially just taking viewers' questions and comments, and they would just talk about them. And it was a pretty cool podcast. I liked it a lot. I wish he could have found like a new host, but it is what it is. That show's done, and there's no evidence of it anywhere that I know of. It's certainly not on this channel. On that podcast, Ray announced that he would be retiring Equals 3 sometime later this year, and that was 2014, like January 2014, he said that. And he got so much pushback and just pleas of not doing that from his audience and the people around him that he decided to ultimately retire as host but keep the show going. So he did shut it down for a few months until July of 2014 when Robby took over. When Robby took over, it was kind of shaky. A lot of people thought so, but as the time went on, after about a month and a half or so, he was really good. And up until the point where he quit the show, he was really good at hosting the show. He was funny, he had good acting skills, he had great delivery. It was just great. But Robby announced in July of 2015, which is about a month ago, a little bit more than a month ago, a little bit less than a month ago, that he would be leaving Equals 3. And the first episode without him was just put up a little bit ago. And the new host is Kaja Martin. And Kaja Martin is now the co-owner and executive producer and producer of all of the Equals 3 Studios productions. She works with Ray on like everything. Robby's last episode was put up on July 24th, and that's it. Robby's gone. I don't know if you caught it or not, but I did say the new name of his studios, and it is called Equals 3 Studios. And makes sense. I personally would have chosen that name for a studio that I created if that were my studio, because that is the project that really got everything started, is Equals 3. So name the studio after. And to this day, Equals 3 Studios runs 4 productions that go up on Ray William Johnson's YouTube channel. The first one is, of course, Equals 3, which is hosted by Kaja Martin. The second one is Top 6, hosted by Kelly Landry. The third one is Booze Lightyear, hosted by the Booze Crew. Now, the Booze Crew is the name for just all the actors that are in the Booze Crew, including Ray William Johnson, Kaja Martin, Carlos Santos, and a couple other people. And they're a hilarious bunch. And the fourth project, and the newest, is Comedians On, which is hosted by Carlos Santos. And this is a project where they will take a topic, such as Snapchat, and just have a bunch of comedians give their opinions on it and comment on it. And it's a funny show. Another project that Ray William Johnson had during the reign of Equals 3 was Your Favorite Martian. And now, this is currently a retired project, but it was a music video project. So they made cartoon music videos, and the group, Your Favorite Martian, did covers of songs. And it was a great project. The channel is still live. I'll throw a link in the description. And Your Favorite Martian is just a music group, and they did covers of songs, and they did some original songs too, which were pretty good. So that's that. That project was retired when Ray left Maker Studios. And over time, Ray has had lots of different vlog channels, and they were entertaining. He currently does not do any actual vlogs. Alright guys, it's my time. I hope you learned a little bit of something about Ray William Johnson. I'll throw some links into the description so you can learn more about him and see some of the projects he's worked on. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm Joe Green, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!